This is a terrifying story. Thanks for watching. I'm your host. Our next Reddit post is from Templating Devil. This happened in Tempe, Arizona in late 2022. I was renting a small one-story house off of Rural Road, not far from the university. It was a quiet neighborhood, college students, young families, nothing unusual. One Friday night, just after 9 p.m., there was a knock at my front door. 3 slow, deliberate knocks. When I looked through the peephole, a man stood there, mid-40s, scruffy beard, baseball cap, faded green jacket. He wasn't looking at the door. He was scanning the street like he was waiting for someone or making sure no one else was watching. Then, in a low voice, he said my full name, first and last. I froze. I hadn't ordered anything, wasn't expecting visitors, and didn't know him. I didn't answer. He knocked again, louder this time, and said, "You need to come with me. There's been an accident on Apache Boulevard." The way he said it, calm, mechanical, felt wrong. My instincts told me not to open the door. I backed into the kitchen and called 911. The operator told me to stay quiet and away from the windows. I peeked once more. He was still there, pacing a little, occasionally glancing toward my side window. Then silence. He was gone by the time the police arrived, and they never found him. There was no car seen leaving on the street cameras nearby, and there were no footprints in the dust outside my door. A few days later, a neighbor on Lemon Street found a folded note in their mailbox with my name on it and the date, the same night he knocked. Tempe PD told me it looked like he'd been watching my house for at least a week. They also said they couldn't find any record of an accident on Apache Boulevard that night, or any other night. It's odd that he would have chosen that exact street and that specific night. And if it was some kind of setup to get me to come out of my house, why? We can only speculate about what might have happened next had Ope opened the door. But let's be honest, there are all kinds of creeps out there who like to case the neighborhood, and when they see someone home alone, they think they can trick them into opening the door. Sometimes they try a different tactic, pretending to be Amazon drivers. But either way, it seems like a home invasion gone wrong, or maybe not gone wrong enough. Our next Reddit post is from 33 years ago. I was working security at a hotel in a bad part of town. One of our regulars, we'll call him Tony, was a heavy equipment salesman. He traveled a lot and always stayed with us because he liked the bar. Anyway, he had a big problem. His room key was not working. It was well after midnight, and he needed to get into his room. So I walked down with him to try and let him in. As we got closer, I could hear raised voices inside the room. I stopped, and Tony started pounding on the door, yelling for it to be opened. He was really drunk. I yelled for him to stop and asked what was going on. "Open the fucking door," he yelled back. I knocked, and when no one answered, I tried the handle and pushed the door open. 2 guys jumped out of bed and started running toward the door. I blocked the first one, and he shoulder-checked me, knocking me to the ground. The second guy ran past me and out the window. I got up and saw Tony standing by his bed with his suitcase. "What the hell?" I asked. "They stole my briefcase," he said, "and it's got my sales order forms in it. I'm screwed." I looked at him, then at the broken window, then back at him. "Why didn't you say so?" I asked. He looked confused for a moment, then shrugged and went back to packing. "Whatever," he said, "they can't steal my orders." They're in my head. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow.